Alright, hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for joining me again here in the second video. In yesterday's video, I told you a little bit about my story. I shared with you how my first book was a failure, The Science of Getting Ripped, especially because I tried to sell it on my own site. I was trying to get traffic from Facebook and Google to come to my site. Sadly, that failed. Then I decided to take a leap of faith, published the book on Amazon. It ended up becoming a bestseller within about 30 days. The first month it made me almost $2,000, and it continued to make about $1,500 to $1,800 a month for months and months after that, which is way more than I had made trying to sell the book on my own site. And the best of all, it was passive income. So once I had done the work, I just kept on making money like that every month, and it was an amazing feeling. So the last video I also shared why you need to create books on Amazon. One is because there's a huge built-in market of buyers, people that come there to buy, that have their credit cards preloaded. Two was speed to market, meaning you can write a book in just a few days, maybe a week or two, and get it out there. Third reason is that you can launch it for a very low price, so your book doesn't have to be expensive. I always launch my books for about 99 cents, so it makes it very easy for people to buy your book, connect with you, hear your message, hear your story. And then the reason number 4 is that there's a huge back-end potential. So if you're selling a book for 99 cents, or let's say $2.99, and you write a really good book, you have a really engaging story, you have great information in there, you are going to build a lot of goodwill with your readers, and they're going to contact you. If you put your contact information in the book, they're going to contact you. And because you've written such a great book, you've solved such a great problem for them, they're going to want to work with you. And I get coaching clients, I get consulting clients, I sell online courses because of these inexpensive books that I write on Amazon Kindle. So those are the 4 reasons to write books on Kindle, and why I recommend anyone who has any expertise, any skill, any talent, any asset that people are interested in to write a book on Kindle, right? In today's video, I wanted to share that case study with the college student named Justin that took my advice, wrote a book, and made it a bestseller, and it ended up making thousands of dollars from it. And now he's on track to make probably $5,000 to $10,000 a month if he keeps up what he's doing. So he wrote his first book, I think it was in August of 2018. And if he keeps on doing the same thing and following the same advice that I'm giving him, he's going to be making $5,000 to $10,000 a month as a college student from his books on Amazon, which is amazing. But before I get into his story, one thing I do want to talk about is some of the myths, some of the top misconceptions, some of the things that happen in our heads that kind of, they hold us back. They're mental roadblocks, they're mental barriers. Some people call it head trash, quote unquote, which is limiting beliefs and limiting thoughts that prevent us from actually taking action. So I wanted to share some of the top limiting thoughts before I share Justin's story. Because you may be thinking some of these things, and I know I was thinking some of these things also before I got started. So I wanted to address them up front so that you can feel confident, you can feel inspired, you can feel motivated, and you don't have to let your limiting beliefs and your limiting thoughts hold you back. So one of the first myths, or the biggest misconceptions people have about publishing on Amazon, is that they think it's going to be too hard. And the thing is, that couldn't be farther from the truth. So once you've written a book, you can literally publish on Amazon in 10 minutes. Very, very simple to do, very, very easy to go through. I show you how to do it. I show my students how to do it with step-by-step instructions, with a video walkthrough, so you know exactly what step to take, and you can feel confident that you're doing the right thing along the way, right? So it's not hard at all. Misconception number 2 is people feel, I'm not an expert, right? They feel, who am I to write a book? I don't have any authority to write a book. I don't have the experience to write a book. I don't have the credibility to write a book. And here again, what I want to share with you is my own story. So when I wrote my first book, the fitness book, The Science of Getting Ripped, I wasn't a world-renowned fitness coach or personal trainer. I'm a normal guy. I'm a father. I had 2 kids at the time. Now I have 3 kids. But what I did is I wrote about how I got myself in shape, how I got fit, what I ate, what my diet was, what my workouts were like, the pros and cons of different workout programs, and what worked for me. right? So I didn't position myself as an expert. I positioned myself as a normal person who has taken all this information that's out there and figured out how to make it work for me. And I think that's why the book did so well in the beginning, because I wasn't saying that I'm an expert. I was saying I'm a regular person that's figured it out, and this is something that I think other people that are struggling with jobs and wives and families and kids, people who are struggling to get fit and get in shape, that this is stuff that they could identify with, right? So I don't want you to feel like you have to be a world-renowned expert to write a book. I want you to have a specific story, have a specific challenge or problem that you've either solved in your own life or that you've solved for other people. And that's why I say, people like dietitians and psychologists, relationship counselors, project managers, finance people, accountants, real estate agents, people like that have a specific skill. I would even say parents, stay-at-home moms, stay-at-home dads, people that know how to deal with children. These are all problems that people have. And if you have a solution that has transformed your life, or you have a solution that's transformed other people's lives, you need to leverage that expertise. You are an expert. You do have credibility. You have the authority to write a book, right? And you have to look at it like, if you've solved these problems and you don't write a book, you're depriving people who have been in your shoes, or you're depriving people that could benefit from your expertise, right? So you have to look at it like that. Don't look at it like I'm not worthy. Look at it like I have a story to tell. I have a problem that I've solved, and I know a lot of other people are having the same problem. So I want to share my story so I can help them out also. And that's what Justin did, this college student. He wasn't a world-renowned expert either, but he wrote a book and it became a bestseller because he's showing people step by step what he's done to solve the problem, which I'll tell you about a little bit later on in this video. The next myth is that people feel that there's too much competition in the market. So let's say you're writing about social media. You may feel like there are too many other social media books. And what I would say to that is the fact that there are so many books about a particular topic in the market is a great thing. That means that people are actually buying. That means that people are actually interested in that topic, right? It means that the market has validated that topic, that concept, and all you have to do is put your own unique angle, your own unique spin, your own unique solution on that particular topic, and that's how you can differentiate yourself and really stand out in a quote-unquote crowded market space. So don't feel like just because there are a lot of other books on a certain topic, like whether it's diet, or whether it's how to put a baby to sleep, or whether it's how to start a small business, or whether it's how to repair a relationship. Look at it as the fact that there are so many books on that topic means that there are a lot of people that are interested in that topic, and it's a perfect opportunity for you to share your story and show people how you can help them, right? So that's myth number 3. Myth number 4 is people feel like they don't know what steps to take, and because of that, they get paralyzed and they don't do anything. And what I want to do for you is say, that's where I come in, right? I've written a book called The Passive Income Playbook that shows my steps. And I'm also launching a course, which I'm going to tell you about probably in the next video. I'll show you exactly how I can help you. I've also done coaching where I've worked with clients and with students one-on-one, but what I'm getting ready to do now is launch a course. It's going to have full videos, as well as have a weekly call component where you can watch the videos in your own time and see exactly what steps you need to take. And you can also have my guidance and my personal insight and feedback on the weekly calls. So I'll tell you more about that in a future video. But as far as not knowing what steps to take, there's plenty of help, and I'll be helping you out with that a lot more, and I'll be telling you about that in a later video. The next misconception or myth is that some people will feel that because they've tried before and they've failed, that they're forever a failure. So I know some people that have written a book and they said, I published a book, it didn't do well, what's the point in trying again? And that's where I would share my story, which is I wrote a book, I published it on my website, I thought I was going to make a lot of money from it, and I didn't, right? But I figured out how to use Amazon, how to leverage the audience within Amazon, how to position the book and market it, how to promote it, and how to build a back-end business from the book. And now I'm making anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 a month from my book and from the coaching and consulting and the online courses that I sell. So don't let failure define you. Just because you fail once does not mean you're forever a failure. All it means is it was an experiment, and you need to experiment again. And again, with my help, I really want to help you transform yourself. So even if you've tried something in the past, you've tried to write a book and it didn't turn out the way you wanted to, I'm here to help, right? So the next misconception is information overload, where people feel like there's so much information on how to do this, and that there's so many steps that it's too difficult to do. So I want to basically share with you how to solve that problem, and that's a pretty straightforward and simple thing to do. And this is why in the course I share 7 modules, 7, maybe 8 modules that shows you the exact steps you need to take to go from idea to a successful book launch to passive income that comes in stably, reliably, consistently every month, to building a back-end business that you can scale up to $5,000 to $10,000 to $20,000 a month in the back end. So again, for me, the outcome that I want for you is to show you how to write a simple 75 to 150 page book that you can promote for 99 cents on Amazon, make thousands of dollars from the book, and sell products and services to your readers on the back end, right? And I share the steps with you. I distill it, I condense it, I boil it down to just 7 modules. 7 modules that'll show you exactly how to go from idea to successful book launch to consistent passive income and scaling that up from there, right? So I don't want you to feel like there's too many steps and that it's too hard, because in the course, I want to help you and show you exactly what you need to do so you don't waste time and that you get the result that you're looking for. So those are the misconceptions. And now I want to come back to Justin's story. So Justin was I think he was 19 or 20 at the time when he contacted me, and he wanted to write a book about Instagram. So he was a college student, and he was an online gamer, and he happened also to know a lot about Instagram, how to build an Instagram audience, how to grow an audience, how to engage with an Instagram audience, and he wanted to write a book about Instagram. So he took my advice, he wrote an outline. From that outline, he wrote a full-fledged book. It was about 100 pages, something like that, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, but it wasn't a long 200-300 page book, right? So he had a concise book about a concise topic that people are very interested in. He followed my advice to launch the book. He followed my book launch plan, and he emailed me a few weeks later saying he was, after his first month he made a few $100s, and it's been going up and up and up since, just from a short little 75-page book that took him maybe a week or 2 to write. And now he can start offering Instagram marketing consulting and social media services to his clients who've bought his book, right? So his book is a #1 bestseller in multiple categories on Amazon. People buy the book, he makes passive income from it, and then they contact him to run social media campaigns for them. And now he's going to write a similar book on YouTube. He's going to write a book probably on Twitter, probably on LinkedIn, on Facebook, all this, from utilizing the expertise he has. So I wanted to share his story with you because, I do work with doctors, I do work with psychologists, I do work with relationship counselors, I do work with technology analysts, I do work with CEOs of companies, but I want to show you that even if you're a college student, if you have expertise and you solve a real problem, then you can definitely follow these steps and earn a great living by writing these books on Kindle. And my system, it's my system that really shows you how to do that. And I kind of walk through exactly what you need to do to get it done fast, right? So that's really what I wanted to share with you in this video. In my next video, I'm going to share the exact strategy that I use, right? So I'm going to show you the steps. I have a framework called my RIP framework. So I'm going to talk to you more about the RIP framework in the next video. I'm going to walk through all the different steps so you can see exactly how to do what I'm doing and how to start duplicating my results. So stay tuned for that video. Again, if you have any questions, just respond to the email that you received to see this video, and I'll do my best to help you out. But But again, keep an eye out for video number 3 where I walk you through my RIP framework that shows you exactly how to get the results that I'm getting. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.